Good morning from Tui in Spain. It is day 8 of the Camino, which marks the halfway point. It goes by so fast, it's kind of amazing. Today I am going from Tui to Porriño, I think it is. It is about 17 kilometers, maybe a little bit more because I'm at the entrance to Tui, so I have to walk through the city. Mostly flat, so it should be a fairly simple day. Although it will be a hot day, but it doesn't get hot until a little bit later because Spain is an hour ahead of Portugal. So right now it's not very light out, whereas in Portugal by now it would have been light for an hour. So that helps the heat push back until a little bit in the day. So hopefully I will be able to finish before it gets too hot. So join me at this midway point of the Camino. Setting off at about 7 a.m. It's kind of become about my standard these days with it being so hot. And it is windy this morning, which makes it chilly. It's kind of a cold wind, but I'll warm up pretty fast. My jacket's at the bottom of my bag and I really don't want to have to grab it if I can help it. So I'm going to hope that I'll warm up as I start walking here. It's the Cathedral of Tui. Took about 45 minutes to walk through the city of Tui, and now we're back out into the countryside. I'm not a big fan of road walking, but at least this one has a pretty wide shoulder, so it's not too bad. So there's quite a bit of pilgrims up there. A lot of people start in Tui because that's about 100 kilometers from Santiago. And 100 kilometers is what you need to get the certificate at the end. So there's definitely an uptick in the number of pilgrims now, which I think is great. This guy back here has a stamp, which is good. From Tui on, you need 2 stamps in your passport per day to get the certificate. Up until then, you don't need any really, but you typically get 1. So it's nice when you see somewhere along the way to get a stamp so you don't have to worry about it. You always get one at your hotel, wherever you're staying. Most restaurants have them, and then sometimes you'll find random things like that just along the way. So getting rocky here, so I'm gonna put my phone away and I'll be back in a while. Here's a place to stop, get something to drink. I think this is the last place to stop before Porriño, so definitely gonna stop here now. So this is a break-off point where you can choose to go left or right. If you go right, you go through an industrial area. If you go left, it's more scenic. Tiny bit longer on the scenic route, but not enough to make that the bad choice. So heading over this way. Walking along the river now. It's a very clear river, which is kind of surprising. You don't see that very much. In the shade, on a nice soft trail, not too bad. Shouldn't be too long now to Porriño, maybe a couple kilometers. All right, here's my room at the Alojamiwrnto Central. So it's kind of an interesting room. It's got a little kitchenette area over here and bathroom over there. And this was 67 euros. Looks comfortable. I bought my hiking poles in Pamplona last year. Look how bad my sunburn is peeling. It's so gross. So I bought these poles and these tips in Pamplona this year, or last year. And you can see they have now finally worn through, so the metal tips are hitting the ground. Fortunately, I bought new tips to bring with me. So I'm gonna put those on. It'll be fresh and new grippy poles for tomorrow. And there we go. No metal sticking through anymore. Ready to go tomorrow. This is where we are having dinner tonight. I'm just waiting outside for Diane and Neil. We're staying in hotels that are practically next door to each other, so that's convenient for us. And this restaurant is directly below my hotel, so perfect.